Dear student, now I give lecture on elements of diesel power plant. Now you see the diagram. This is the schematic diagram of a diesel power plant. So the diesel power plant consists of fuel tank, starting oil tank, day tank, intake air filter, silencer, surge tank, cooling tower, diesel engine, generator, filter, auxiliary oil pump, strainer, heat exchanger, oil cooler, so the fuel injection pump, starting air compressor, lubricating oil tank. So these are the components of the diesel power plant. So now we detailedly studied about the components of the diesel power plant. First, diesel engine. The diesel engine for a diesel electric power plant may be a 2-stroke or 4-stroke engine. If for 4-stroke engine, the cycle of operation completed in 4-stroke or 2 revolution. That is, the 4-stroke being suction, compression, working and exhaust. Suppose in 2-stroke diesel engine, all the 4 operations. What 4 operations? Suction, compression, working and exhaust. These 4 operations are completed in 2 strokes or 1 revolution. If 4-stroke engine means 4 strokes or 2 revolution. In 2-stroke engine means 2 strokes or 1 revolution. The forward stroke combining intake and compression. The backward stroke combining working and exhaust. The forward stroke combining intake and compression. The backward stroke combining working and exhaust. The 2-stroke engine develops more power. It has got higher fuel consumption and this costs less than 4-stroke engine. A 4-stroke engine has higher efficiency, lower fuel consumption and more effective lubrication than 2-stroke engine. The ignition may be through compression ignition or spark ignition. In compression ignition, the combustion starts by spontaneous ignition of fuel and air because of high temperature developed by the compression of the air. Spark ignition engine uses a spark plug to ignite the fuel air mixer. Then fuel system. The fuel system mainly comprises of fuel storage tanks, fuel transfer pumps, purifiers, heaters and pipe connections. The fuel received by the power plant is stored in bulk storage tanks which are situated outdoor for safety. From storage, the oil is conveyed to engine and the oil should be purified before it is delivered to engine in order to remove all suspended impurities. This is done by using purifiers. The heaters are necessary since fuel should be preheated before letting it to the engine. The next, air intake system. Air is drawn from the outside the engine room and delivered to the inlet through the air filters which remove the dust and other suspended impurities from air. Filter types include dry type or oil bath type or ESP type. In cold climate, the intake air is heated by using the heat from exhaust gases before injection. Supercharging. What is supercharging? Supercharging is usually employed to increase the pressure of intake air above atmospheric pressure. Then engine cooling system. Enormous heat will be developed inside the cylinder due to the burning of the fuel. The temperature inside the engine would be very high. In order to bring down the temperature, an efficient cooling must be provided. The cooling system comprises of cooling pump, spray pond or cooling water or cooling tower, water treatment and filtration plant. Cold water obtained from outside source is purified and water is passed through the engine where it absorbs much of the heat. In this process, it becomes quite hot. The hot water is either discharged suitably or cooled and used again as circulating cold water. For cooling hot water, spray pond or cooling tower is used. Then engine lubricating system. The main purpose of lubrication is to reduce the friction of the main moving parts of the engine and also to minimize their wear and tear. The system comprises of the lubricating oil pumps, oil tanks, filters, purifiers, coolers and connecting pipes. The engine parts which require lubrication are cylinders, piston, gears, crank, shaft, connecting rod and bearings. Piston and cylinder need special lubricating oil. The forced feed lubrication is mostly used and the equipment for this purpose includes pumps, oil cooler, oil cleaner, sump oil, tank, etc. Then exhaust system. The function of the exhaust system is to discharge the engine exhaust to the atmosphere. A good exhaust system should keep the noise at a low level. Exhaust well above the ground level to reduce the air pollution. When a mixture of fuel and air burns inside the engine, hot gases are produced. These gases need to be expelled so that fresh charge may be introduced into the engine. Exhaust gases are conveyed through the silencer and connecting ducts. The function of silencer is to reduce the noise level of the exhaust gases as they pass through the exhaust pipe. Then engine starting system. This system comprises of storage battery, air compressor, self-starter, etc. This system is provided to rotate the energy initially while starting until the firing starts and the unit runs under its own power. For small size diesel engines, hand cranking may be adequate or battery driven motors may be employed. For large size diesel engine, generator sets compressed air starting is employed. In compressed air system of starting, the compressed air from a tank at high pressure is admitted to a few of engine cylinders, making them to act as a reciprocating air motors to turn engine shaft. The fuel is admitted to remaining cylinder which causes the engine to start under its own power. Then diesel engine alternator is nothing but alternator. The diesel engine alternators are of the rotating field, salient pole construction, speed ranging from 214 to 1000 rpm and capacities from 25 to 5000 kVA at 0.8 power factor lagging. Their output voltages are 440 volt in case of small machines and as high as 2220 volt in case of large machines. These are directly coupled to the diesel engines. They are provided with automatic voltage regulators to permit close voltage regulation and satisfactory parallel operation. The diesel engines are provided with damper winding. Then instrumentation. A diesel power plant must have a number of instruments to ensure satisfactory operation. Thermometers for measurement of exhaust temper, lubricating oil temperature, fuel oil temperature, and injection air compressor temperature. Pressure gauges to gauge both final and interstage pressure of starting air system, lubricating oil system, before and after cooler, cooling water, and fuel oil before and after strainer. Synchronizing equipment also is used in the diesel power plant. Watt meters, voltmeters, ammeters also used in the diesel power plant. Visible and audible alarms to give warning in the event of high lubricating oil temperature, low lubricating oil temperature, incorrect starting, and blower motor over current only. So these are the elements of the diesel power plant which is used in the schematic diagram of or layout of diesel power plant. Thank you student for watching this video.